We're now taking a look at the Mercury flight controller. As you can see, it's packaged with a buzzer and with protective foam both above and below the flight controller. With the packaging removed, we can now see the flight controller, and it soon becomes obvious why there is foam both above and below the PCB in the packaging. You can see here we have pins coming out both the top and the bottom of the board. The pins on the bottom of the board mate with the PDB layer, and on the top of the board they mate with the VTX and OSD layer. The flight controller has the correct motor outputs in the correct corners of the board. We can see the two solder pads here for motor output 1 and its corresponding ground signal. Likewise for motor output 2 and 3 and 4. The solder pads in between motor outputs 1 and 3 along the bottom of the board are for your receiver. The pads correspond to ground, voltage output, which is selected by this three-way solder jumper here to provide either 3.3 or 5 volts, the RC signal itself, a telemetry output, and an RSSI input. Along the left-hand side of the board, we have a ground, 5 volt output, and LED strip output for programmable RGB LEDs, as well as motor outputs 5 and 6 should you need them. We have a micro USB port along the right hand side of the board, and just behind that you can see some protection diodes as well as the resettable polyfuse, which provides the board protection in case of accidental short circuits. The UART1 serial port is broken out on these pins here and is used for communicating with the VTX and OSD. UART2 actually corresponds to the receiver signal pad here, and UART3 is in fact the telemetry output here. This telemetry output pad is the UART3 TX pin. We also break out the UART3 RX pin just in case you want to use UART3 for some other purpose. In the upper left of the PCB you can see a boot button, and as we turn the board over you can see a further 2 pads on the underside which are designed to front mount the buzzer. The buzzer you can see has a plus symbol on the removable sticky label, and it mounts like this.